Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to From the Depths with me, Cargo. Last time we finished off the Lightning Hoods and the White Players, and now all we have left is the Twin Guard and the Steel Empire. Looks like it would cost us 17 million commodities to declare war against just one of them, so we're going to go ahead and declare war against the both of them. Alright, now the map itself is going to look a little bit different than it used to, because we've deactivated all of the outlying resource zones and kept just the ones that are, close to the border with these guys. As far as what vehicles we're going to use to lead the fight against them, I've loaded in an old blueprint that we haven't really seen. I don't actually know that we've seen any of it. We're going to use the pike. So the pike was one of the craft that I built before I knew anything about this campaign, and I wanted to use it a lot against the white players, but it didn't play too well with the Todd Howard. There was a high likelihood of friendly fire. That's the best way to explain it. And so we ended up sort of shelving the pike in favor of the Todd Howard. But we're bringing it in this time. We're also going to be using the Scorpio laser tank. I showed that one off. I think that one had its own video. And then we've also got some viewer craft submissions. Thank you very much to all those who submitted craft for this. We'll be showing those off first time we bring them into a fight. We'll sort of give them a bit of a once-over. Now in here, at this base, we've got a lot. We've got a Meek Swarm, we've got a Cleric, we've got a Mare over here, a Satisfaction Swarm, an Alacrity Swarm, and I do know that there are another 2 Enigma Swarms. They used to guard this base, but for some reason, they sort of retreated out to the west. So we've got a lot of forces so far coming out of the Twin Guard, and looks like they're going to put up one hell of a fight.
Listening.
For the time being, we're kind of just holding the line. I have another 1.2 million materials being shipped over to the Twin Guard's, front area, but they haven't quite got there. Other than that, I'm going to go around here and make sure that everything has the orders I want it to, and make sure that we get some more forces to guard our, western flank. Over there on the left. I want to get a small patrol up just to make sure he can't send any aircraft over there. And then I think I'm going to send in a scout and see what sort of information I can dig up. But anyways, I'll catch up to you guys when we hit the first fight. I sent a little scout plane forward just to, knowing it was going to die, just to see if I could get a peek. And we have a Peregrine, a Shadow Cat, whatever that thing was. What is this? An aigrette? Whatever an aigrette is. A bear? God, these things are expensive too. An Omnitor, 188,000? And a Relentless. Oh no. Oh, I've heard a lot about the Relentless. That Gannett Squadron is nothing compared to everything else that's back there. And we got another Halus Swarm up here? My god. Okay, I've set some more of my laser tanks to build on the back end, seeing all the stuff that the Twin Guard has, but we have a lot of fights coming up. Speaking of fights, here's the first one. So this is a viewer craft that we've got. It's going to be helping us out against the Twin Guard. This is the TC-1 Type R, submitted by Iron Web. Thanks very much for this design. It's very cool. It's got a little sub-vehicle on it. So it's got a tiny little ram vehicle that it deploys right at the start, and we'll take a look at that when we get everything spawned in here. And then, of course, 4 of my Scorpio tanks. We're up against a Satisfaction Swarm, and there's a gigantic pool of enemies behind it, but I just want to get a look at some of what the Twin Guard is up to before I dive headfirst in and have, 500,000 material versus 500,000 material. We're going to do a test fight. We're going to, tiptoe into the pool to see if the water is a little bit too cold. This, of course, is a look back at the Scorpio tank, and let's get over here. Let's check out this TC1. What is it? The TC1? Yeah, TC1 Type R. It looks like I spawned 2 of them too low. Okay, this one. We'll take a look at this one. It's got some particle cannons on either side of it, and it's got another missile volley as well. And then it's got this little sub-vehicle with some rams on it. I messed a little bit with the colors because I had to in order, my fleet color setup was different than his, so I had to make it work again. But other than that, it is exactly as he sent it to me. Taking a look here at this Twin Guard craft. I like the little eyes. They're slightly disconcerting. In fact, that might be the thumbnail. I might give it a creepy smile, too. You know what? I could steal the full metal, like, what are the homunculus smiles? What's it called? Pride? I'll steal one of Pride's smiles. And I'll just... oh, man. It's gonna be perfect. Anyway. So far... oh, there we go. Lasers opening up on them. Oh, good damage, good damage. So the lasers on those... they're pretty high damage for quite a while, and then they do decrease a little bit as the fight goes on, but they stay pretty strong. We get to see these little rambots in action. So far, better than most of the Ram vehicles I've ever made. They at least aren't destroying each other, so there's that. Wow. Alright, we got one of them down already. Oh, no, we got two of them down already. Let's see if we can... oh, yeah. Oh, look at that. There we go. Man, that is the first laser-based vehicle that I've ever made, so I'm quite happy with its performance here. Looks like we just have the main central craft of the hive, or swarm? Central... I don't know. The main craft of the swarm left. The mothership, if you will. That's the word I was looking for. Looks like the Ram vehicles are struggling to get high enough to hit it, although it's still taking a whole lot of damage. It's... oh, is it... it's pretty damaged. It's dropping very quickly. I'm not sure if that's intentional. It's dropping so fast the missiles can't catch it. Oh. Looks like one of the Ram vehicles detonated and it's down. Alright. Man, that was epic. Alright, next up we've got a bit of a scattered fight. So we've got 3 twin guard ground vehicles over here to, I guess it would be the south. And then up here in the north, we've got another Satisfaction swarm up against our viewer craft, as well as a couple of laser tanks. So it's going to be a bit of a scattered fight. Might be hard to catch everything. We have already seen the Satisfactions, so maybe I'll focus on the ground vehicles a little bit. Let's go ahead and check them out. I think we had 2 mares and a cleric. Let's see, what are you? You're a mare? It's got some missiles and a laser. You are a cleric. Okay, yeah. Oh, man. Pretty nasty missile volley. And then another mare. Alright. So they're up against our pikes over here. Our pikes are pretty strong anti-tank. Opening salvos fired by both sides. Looks like the laser tanks are really focusing down some of these Satisfactions. They're kind of meant for smaller targets, but they still work just fine against these, so no complaints there. Haven't taken too much damage on really anything yet. Let's see, check on the ground fight over here. It looks like those are kind of repairing each other. Let's get a little closer to see what's going on. Yeah. Okay, this fight over here on the ground is probably going to take a while. Because all 3 of them are just going to repair each other. Oh, this one thing. Ooh, we cut its wing off. Nice. Okay. We banished that one to the Shadow Realm. I guess. I don't see any more Satisfactions, so I think that was the last one. We just have the Swarm Host over there left to deal with. These ground vehicles have actually spread out enough that they aren't healing each other anymore. That's pretty good. We should be able to pick them off now. This cleric must have a shield on, because that laser should be doing more. Alright, good hits, good hits. Oh, is that a... oh my god, we hollowed it out. That's what that 500 mil hesh is for. Feels good, man. Looks like we still got something flying around over there. Oh, and it looks like we've destroyed the docking station for this mare. The base has decided that he doesn't need the torso anymore, and he's going off to live his best life. Giving him a few farewell repairs and carrying on. Oh, torso is down. Alright, we're gonna leave that base to carry on with its charge. I'm sure he'll Sure, he'll do something. Go ahead and check on how this cleric is doing. Looks like the missile system of the cleric is damaged, although not completely destroyed. It's taken a lot of focus from our lasers. They're doing more damage than they were before, so I guess his shields are down, maybe his engines are damaged. Something to that effect. If that's the case, that means his laser's probably not doing very much either. A lot of repair coming out of that base. I'm sure as soon as we land some good Hesh hits, this fight will be over. Oh, there it is. That is our 500 mil Hesh coming in. It is Tokyo drifting away. I thought I'd destroyed its engines, but I guess they're still here. Oh, there goes the base. Oh, man. He's falling over. Help! He's falling and he can't get up. Oh, his head. Oh, that is a very violent death. For some reason, when you give a tank a head and a face, it feels different when you blow it up. What a fight. Up next, we've got a dogfight between a Steel Empire Gannet squadron and 8 of viewer-submitted Kiev Phantom. Now, this is named after a MiG-10 pilot from the Russia-Ukraine war, but this little plane here is pretty cheap. So we're bringing 8 of them against this Gannet squadron. Gannets are about 70k each, have a bunch of missiles mounted underneath them, and the Kiev Phantoms over here have a bunch of small missiles under their wings. Kiev Phantom is named after the Ghost of Kiev, which is an ace pilot from the Russia-Ukraine war. If you don't know the story of that, I highly recommend looking it up, because it's a pretty awesome story. Most people kind of think that aces are like a thing in the past, so yeah, it's pretty interesting story to read up on. Looks like one of the Kiev Phantoms has crashed into the ground. I think it was damaged though. Got flares going all over the place. Looks like an EMP missile struck that one. And oof. Oh, and one of the MiGs has crashed as well. Man, dogfights in this game. Oh, that one's going to space. Alright, that one has died. We got one left. I think 2 of the Phantoms have died so far. Now, from here, the fight proceeds into a little bit of a stalemate. So I'm going to cut ahead and I'll just let you see what happens. Alright, up next we have the anime redemption arc for the Kiev Phantoms. So they're specialized at fighters, and here we have a Steel Empire Shadowcat. Now this thing is only 20,000 materials, but it decided to mess with a group of 8 fighters. I don't know what it was thinking. I didn't ask for this, it did. So remember that when... Oh my god! Well done, sir. Alright, and next up we have a group of 8 Scorpios that was going to, was on its way to position against the Twin Guard. It got attacked by, what is this? Is this a single cleric? It looks like a single cleric. I don't think this cleric is going to have a very good day. Now those Scorpio laser tanks are very protected against EMP, and they even have a shield as well as a pretty high armor class all around them. So I don't think they're going to take hardly any damage from this guy, but oh man. Oh, he is losing fast. Now laser's not my favorite weapon against the Twin Guard ground vehicles, just because they don't do internal damage. The Twin Guard repair very quickly, so hitting the outside of them is usually not the best. But it looks like we are doing enough damage, or dealing damage fast enough that doesn't really matter. We're also highly resistant to his damage, so I think this will be a pretty one-sided victory. But this is another one of those fights where it wasn't my idea, it was his. I can't help it he attacked 8 tanks on his own. Maybe he shouldn't do that. You know. Anyway, that's just my 2 cents on the matter. We're leaving quite a big trail of destruction, but I think he is pairing fairly quickly. Yeah. I'm a huge fan of Hesh guns against the Twin Guard. Usually their designs are very compact without too much space for actual armor spacing. So Hesh usually lets you damage their weapon systems, their engine, their internals, all that. So, you know, even though they repair, they still end up losing functionality. Although it looks like we've taken out the base, and the torso is left all alone, without any friends to repair him now. Oh man. It really does feel different when they have a head. It's not a war crime if it's a robot, right? Pretty sure that's how it works. Come on, lasers. You can do it. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that's gonna be it for this episode. Thank you all very much for watching. I've been Zacargo, and this has been fun. Likes, comments, shares if you want to see more. And don't forget, if we hit 100 subs, I'll be publishing all of my blueprints for this campaign. Thank you all very much. I'll see you next time with the next From the Depths.